Hi guys, and welcome back to CUBCAM TV. Just before we jump into this video, I do want to give you a quick warning that this is a video we have had to cut down. Every now and then when we upload videos to the channel, they do get blocked for copyright issues, and I want to make sure we're still able to deliver the content. So I'm just letting you know in advance, there will be a lot of cuts, edits, and pauses during this video, just to make sure we're able to get it up online. I have tried uploading it a couple of times, and with a couple of different edits, and this is the edit that actually worked to get it online. So hopefully you guys can still enjoy the technical analysis and musical breakdown that we do here on CUBCAM TV. Without further ado then, on with the video. What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CUBCAMTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS, as we continue to explore this brand new Lover Domini Burna Boy album. Again, really excited to get into this one. This is one that's been very heavily requested on the channel. We're trying to get through as many reactions as we can for this album. This one goes by the name Common Person. Now, from what I've understood about people talking about it so far, this one is very cultural. There's likely to be a couple of references or two that I may miss, so my apologies. At the end of the day, our job here is to kind of assess the sonics of the tune and break things down musically, which I'm very, very excited to do. So far, this album has not been a disappointment at all. Every single track has brought something new and refreshing to the table, with a real kind of global idea going on within the tune. However, I think this one's going to be diving a bit more into sort of Burna's musical roots, which I'm really, really excited to do. So as always, friends, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on at the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the sounds of this one. I'm very excited to see how it sounds. Let's go. So right across the introduction of this one, the first thing I'm noticing is this very kind of refined, quite stripped back, quite subtle use of sort of woodwind instruments, with those saxophones just kind of playing away. Nothing too over the top, quite relaxed in the way it sounds, but definitely doing a really good job, just kind of feeling us into the track again. Nice subtle shakers going on. Let's go. There's so much emotion in this one, man. Like, the entirety of the arrangement that we're hearing with this so far has this very kind of, again, mellow. This almost feels like it's being played in the evening in like a very kind of quiet residential area. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting off the arrangement of this one. Sunset in the backdrop. That's the kind of feeling I'm hearing. Again, kind of lyric-wise on this one, as far as I'm aware, the conversation's kind of talking about sort of jobs you would do when you're a bit hard up for money. Again, sort of that would be referred to as jobs for the common person. Like, it's an interesting one. Obviously, like washing cars and things like that. Again, Burna kind of changing the discussion topic on the album. A lot of it has been a lot more kind of reverential, a more sort of celebratory, whereas this is a bit more talking about more sort of day-to-day lives for people, which is interesting. Woo! That little plucked line there really reminded me almost of a Bulle from Pato Rankin. Again, similar sort of sound of instrumentation on that one. Again, going into that big sort of explosive kind of transition, just kind of going and really transitioning into this next section, an instrumental break in the middle of the tune. Again, just adding a sense of vibe and energy to the overall arrangement. Really liking the kind of back and forth vocals we're getting with Burna, with that kind of cool and respond with the choir in the backdrop as well. This is beautifully arranged so far. One of the calmer tunes on the album, but definitely one of the tracks that has, I feel, a lot of meaning behind it, in both its sort of lyricism and the instrumental arrangement as well. Hearing those dual guitars kind of going up next to each other as well, really, really nice. Again, that kind of cool and respond between two guitars. Again, that theme that's actually running quite heavily throughout this tune, that theme of cooling and responding, whether it be Burna's vocal into choirs, one guitar into another, that sort of lead guitar line into a sort of rolling drum pattern next to it. Again, it's the idea of one person does something and then someone else does something to respond to it. Really, really nice kind of musical addition so far. I'm loving, again, the saxophone on this is subtle, but it's still very important to the melody. It's almost like running a kind of up and down, almost arpeggiating sense of melody. Just going, like kind of, it's almost like almost summing itself around the rest of the instrumentation, whilst Burna's vocals are leading the way. Again, really kind of heartfelt lyricism running throughout the heart of this one. And again, it's a really nicely arranged creation, man. I'm loving the bounce of the drums, again, that kind of subtlety and that organic sense of percussion that's very, very potent on this one, giving it its energy, giving it its rhythmic kind of drive. Really, really smooth. Even those big kind of booming reverberations just add a sense of depth and texture to the overall composition, man. There's something really, really enjoyable just about this type of tune when Burna goes over it, whether it be a tune sort of like on Yeka, for instance, which was a very similar, not necessarily very similar, but about instrumentation-wise, a lot of organic sort of sounds, not really focusing at all on any electronic implementation. This is all about, like, not necessarily a band playing live, but if a band was to play this live, there wouldn't be that much difference in the actual sonic arrangement, which is such a cool thing to kind of hear, especially when you get that sort of more harmonized Burna vocal running so strongly throughout it. Really, really cool. Oh, I love the way the guitars and the strings are arranged on this, man. Again, going from that lead line to the two of them playing it next to each other with a slightly more kind of glimmering, plucked feel to it. Really, really nice on the arrangement front, man. Again, I love the fact there are so many instrumental bridges, because when you've got a piece of instrumentation that is as simple yet as potent and effective as this, utilize it, let it run, give it that sort of space to maneuver and breathe. And it's a really nice kind of way of allowing Burna's vocal to be chopped up. I did have a quick look at the lyrics to this one beforehand, just so I kind of had an idea and an understanding of what the direction was going to be, just because I've seen so many people talking about the cultural kind of influence on this one. And again, there aren't that many lyrics to it. It's only about sort of like 12, 13 lines of lyrics. It's because you've got these really nice instrumental bridge sections in between, so it's really, really cool. If I'm interpreting this correctly, I may be getting it entirely wrong, which is why I don't tend to break down lyrics as much, but kind of talking about being a common person, but still finding happiness in life and finding happiness in what you do, and going through the tough times, and going through the times that maybe working, doing something you aren't really particularly keen on, just to try and find a place of happiness and kind of get to the kind of next level of life. It's a cool kind of message, especially when a lot of the kind of tracks on this are such a kind of globally influenced thing, almost like Burna's taking over the world, but he's like kind of talking about, look, I still do remember that sort of time period. So it's a cool kind of transition to see, and it's an ode to a different period of life for him. So yeah. I do like as well the fact that the sort of woodwind and the saxophone has become a lot more potent as the track has continued on. It starts off really subtle, then as these bridges become more and more influential on the tune, you then get more potency from those woodwind lines. And again, it's very easy to overdo woodwind and overdo saxophones. I think the kind of evolution and growth of the instrument on this has been just right. So yeah, very, very smoothly done indeed. We'll let this one run through to the end and then give you our final breakdown. But again, this is a really nice switch in direction for the album and for Burna Boy's vocals especially. Really nice extended guitar sort of string way to round things off. Beautifully done. This one, Common Person of Love Domini from the one and only Burna Boy. I know a lot of people are very keen for me to get into this one. Again, hopefully I haven't kind of got any of the lyricism direction wrong. I did read the lyrics beforehand to make sure I had a rough idea of what was going on. But again, it's a really cool tune from Burna. I mean, instrumentally for me, this is fantastic. That kind of call and respond we're hearing between the two sort of plucked string lines throughout the middle. Again, that saxophone becoming more and more potent, and the call and respond we hear on Burna's vocal first being sort of singular and then harmonized with the choir in the backdrop. Beautifully arranged. Percussion is so on point, and again, the sort of lyricism diving into, again, sort of day-to-day life more than anything else is a really cool kind of switch up for the album. So there we go, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this one. If you have, please make sure you are letting me know what you liked about the tune in the comments section down below, and if I've missed anything, please do feel free to let me know down below. I'm always keen to hear what you guys are thinking, and as always, if you are new to the channel, make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time, my friends. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. In a Brighton town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.